Hello, everyone. My name is Tigo Kapoor, and my TED Talk today is going to be about the power of Black voices. Now, the power of Black voices comes from the instrument of the Black Lives Matter movement and how it has integrated nationwide and worldwide to spread awareness about the lives of Black people that's been taken away by police brutality. The first screen shows 5 victims out of so many others that lives have been taken away from them so swiftly and so sadly at such young ages in the hands of those that are supposed to protect and serve. We have Trayvon Martin, 17 years old, high schooler, football player, loved his family, friends, girlfriend, went to the gas station to pick up a pack of Skittles and a pop, shot dead in the back by a neighborhood watch guard who was supposed to be protecting and serving. Next, we have Sandra Bland. She was 28 years old, if I'm not mistaken. And Sandra Bland was a businesswoman. She advocated against racism. She advocated for mental health. She would always share inspirational messages on her social media platforms to brighten up others' days. Sandra Bland was stopped for a traffic stopping, arrested, put in jail, and then 3 days later her body was found hung, and it said it was suicide. But many facts had come up to the air to claim that it was not, but it was the doing of police officers in the facility. Next, we have Breonna Taylor, 26, studying to become an EMT while working at local hospitals. Breonna was sleeping when several shots went off and unintentionally killed her by those that were supposed to protect and serve. Next, we have Michael Brown, 18, just graduated from high school, ready to take on the world. His family knew him as a gentle giant, shot in the middle of the street by those that are supposed to protect and serve. Lastly, we have George Floyd, just last year, killed by a police officer. George came to this state to create a new life for him and his fiancée and his child, coming from Houston. George wanted to do more with himself, but sadly he couldn't start. The officer kneeled on his neck for 9 minutes and 29 seconds. And before then, George had already died. These are just a few among many, many, many that lives have been taken away by those that are supposed to protect and serve. This is why the Black Lives Matter movement was created. It was created to bring change into the justice system, to hold officers accountable for the lives that's been taken away by their hands in their watching. The Black Lives Matter movement started back in 2013, right after the death of Trayvon Martin, and has since grown into a nationwide movement. And because of the Black Lives Matter movement, we're able to see real change happening everywhere we look. I remember going through my first protest and how traumatic and scary, and it had so many emotions on what could go wrong and what could go right. But I was just so happy to be in the space, walking down the street, walking down to the memorial of George Floyd's death, being present with what I was seeing, being present with my reality. And it all began to make sense until the walk to the precinct. The walk to the precinct, I was scared because I didn't know what was going to happen. But before I could even think, I could just feel the tear gas burning my eyes. And before I even knew it, the rubber bullets were being shot in the sky as a warning. I remember running to save my life, running away from what I fear most, coming so close to my own death. It was a shocking reality, but also a truth that this movement had to happen because real change must come. And I remember the drive back home, I was so astonished, but so scared still wondering, why me? Why does the pigment of my skin dictate whether I should be alive or not, or dictate whether I should be able to protest free speech, protest my First Amendment right. So many questions, but no answers. But yet we are still here, marching on. And with the march, there came fake news about different scenarios, different theories of what the Black Lives Matter movement is about. They said it's fake culture war. It's creating fake culture war. Twitter said that George Floyd never died. Many people said that the police never used tear gas, but I am sitting here as a victim, for they did. And fake news creates fake pictures and fake stories of what the movement is really about. You can't paint a fake picture of what we are trying to prevail to everyone that's watching. The world is watching, and the world has seen it for themselves, that things needs to be changing in the U.S. And with fake news also came real statistics. And as for this one, there's two that show who is taking this matter seriously. And sadly to say, it's still us, Black people, African Americans, taking this movement seriously, seeing the killing of our people a problem. 86% for 80 versus 48%. See the killing of Black people as a problem. This statistics show there is a problem and it needs to be fixed. And with that being fixed, there was a turning point. A turning point we as a nation never thought would happen. Justice, not even justice, accountability was served. The day the Chauvin trial, he was convicted with 3 murder charges. Accountability was served, not justice. And I remember sitting in my living room watching the trial and wondering, oh my goodness, is he gonna be convicted? Why should I feel that way? Why should I feel like I'm uncertain about justice being served? Why should I feel that way? Because of how the system has manipulated and just not and been unfair to the likes of me. And as I sat there and cried as the conviction was read, I was relieved. I was happy. But yet, it doesn't bring back George Floyd. But it holds accountability and is a start to a better change to come. And I just wanted to let y'all know that the Black Lives Matter movement is a revolutionary change that is happening, and you should be a part of it. Educate yourselves. Open the floors to discussions. Have more discussions with not just your peers. Have discussions with your family, with people you don't know. Open the floor to this type of discussions because they need to be had. Educate yourself. Spread awareness. Because this movement doesn't stop with just one accountability action being made. It's just the beginning. Thank you.